What's up, everybody? If you're watching on YouTube, I look like an idiot just dancing to our own intro. But this is The Quad with Chris Young. As always, I am Chris. We got Haley the Bear.
That's me.
Producer Josh.
That's me.
And Ryan from Miami.
Tua and
Good Lord.
Okay.
I almost muted him before he said anything. I was this close.
I was thinking you might.
I was this close.
I mean, he probably deserved
By the
to
way,
be. No. Stop.
Save
Do
it.
not say anything
Save
about
it.
sports
No,
until we get to this. No,
it's not.
No.
It's not about sports. It's not about sports. It's an announcement. Today is a national holiday. Do you guys know what day it is?
Nah, good Lord.
I'm
It
ready
is
with the mute button.
national.
Just mute him.
It is National Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr!
God.
All right. Do you know what the pirate's favorite letter is?
R.
It'd be the C.
There it is. He knew.
I like R better.
That's a joke I tell my niece.
R is the easy one. That's
R is the go-to. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it would make sense since they're always like R.
What was that?
Do it. I need you to actually have a pirate accent, though, if you're going to do
Oh
it.
God, I don't know if I can.
Is it R or is it more of a gar? Or
I
is
think,
gar?
it's more like from Dodgeball. He's
Dodgeball
like,
is gar.
Yar, Steve.
Gar Steve.
It's like
I
it's
can't
like I
talk
think it's
like a pirate.
I think it's more like what the hell?
What was that?
You sounded like somebody from I don't know where.
Was that?
I would never make it in
Forrest Gump?
in the films.
I think it's
Because-
Yar.
Is it Yar? Yar Steve.
Yar.
No, I don't. I think it's Arg.
Me thinks it's
Arg,
yar.
matey.
Wow, the people listening at home are just like,
Holy crap.
We do not care about
By
what
the
you
way,
guys are doing.
anyone listening to this podcast for the first time, I'm so sorry.
But welcome to the quad. There's four of us. We talk about four topics. Welcome to the quad.
Ahoy, mateys.
Oh man, we got a lot of stuff to get to today. We got a special
silver
guest.
doubloons.
Can I mute her?
I think you might need to. We got a lot of stuff to get to today, and we've got a guest coming on. A lot of sports to talk about, but we're actually going to kick things off with the movie for this week.
Wait. Before we bury the lead,
Oh, who won the poll?
the people have spoken.
Oh Lord.
They hate it when people back in.
Pulling in is the preferred way to park, not backing in.
Wait. How did you word this? Did you word it as the preferred way?
No, I said when parking and I left, I pull in, I back in.
No, that's not what your hot take was.
I wanted an unbiased, unflavored opinion.
No, Josh, come on, man. You did not win that.
I did win that.
No, you didn't.
We also had a record number of people vote on this one.
Yeah, but you also didn't ask it the way that you phrased it to us.
I think I did. Hold on. I don't remember exactly.
I don't think you did.
AAA disagrees
The
with
whole
your
point
polls,
is like
you know.
when you say your hot take, you say it in a certain way.
No, see, you did not phrase it that way to us at all. It
That
says
doesn't matter.
when it comes to parking, pull in or back in.
Your hot take was
Of course people are going to say
Should-
pull in. Most people don't back into a spot. Your hot take was no one should ever back into a spot.
I agree. Look, the people have spoken, man. I don't
That's
want
a
to.
yes.
No,
Wow,
you-
you botched this one, dude. You botched this one.
I don't think I did. I think
I
that
think you botched it.
I think the context is inherent in listening to the
No.
listening to the podcast.
Hit movies. Movies.
Just wait, I got more coming.
Oh, all three of you have had craziness going on, but we just barely getting started. Here we go. Collateral, rated R, 2004, action thriller, 2 hours. Now, Rotten Tomatoes, 86%, 81% of Google users like this movie. I like that it's that close. Collateral is a 2004 American neo-noir action thriller film. What the hell? No, it is not. Directed
Sounds like
and
a type
produced-
of wine.
Directed and produced by Michael Mann from a script by Stuart. What the hell? This is the weirdest description. Basically, all they say is the people that are in it. After that.
Well, here you
Say
go.
who
The
directed
film
it.
follows. The film follows Max Durochar, a Los Angeles cab driver, and his customer Vincent. When offered a high fare for driving to several locations, Max agrees, but soon finds himself taken hostage by Vincent, who turns out to be a hitman on a contract killing spree.
All right. What's interesting about this movie is I didn't realize just how many people that have had long acting careers were in this one. Tom Cruise, Jamie Foxx, Jada Pinkett Smith, Mark Ruffalo, Jason Statham, Javier Bardem, Peter Berg, and more. Like, it was pretty wild watching it going, all of these people are still getting it pretty much. Whether it's on TV or in movies, most all of them are still
accomplished.
Yeah.
Accomplished actors.
And this is a 2004 film, by the way. This was rated as one of the best movies of 2004, no doubt. And to me, gets overlooked as one of Tom Cruise's best performances. We always think of the Top Guns, and all the other action movies that he's done. This one's really good.
Ryan,
you mean Mission Impossible?
Yeah, you mean
that's what I was
the best one he's ever done, and it's not Top Gun. It's
okay.
1,000% Mission Impossible, dude. That might be a hot take.
That actually might be a good hot take.
Just because, like, you can tell me all day long you loved the original Top Gun, but if we're putting up all of the Mission Impossible movies next to the 2 Top Gun films, I'm going Mission Impossible every time.
And if you stack all those against Collateral, I'm taking all of those over Collateral.
Yeah.
By the way, look at how Tom Cruise looked in Collateral and then how he looked in the most recent Top Gun. And it is unbelievable how he has aged from 2004 to now.
Well, I mean,
I like him in his salt and pepper look. He looks pretty hot.
No. Time out. I was going to say hang on and then time out, and then I just combined them. Tang out, guys. Tang out. There was literally a post going around that went viral for a little while that was talking about Wilford Brimley in Cocoon was the same age as Tom Cruise when he made the last Mission Impossible film.
Yes, and Wilford Brimley has looked 74 years old his entire life.
But still, it's like, how? Like,
how are these the same people?
What
like
are
same
you
age?
doing?
Okay, can we get into the movie?
Yeah, let's get into the movie.
Hit the spoilers
did you
button.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. A casting what if? No, we'll get to it. Hold on. We'll get there.
Yeah. Let's do this part first. Ryan, did you like this movie?
I have watched this movie multiple times, including, obviously, to watch it for this podcast today. I love this movie. I love the juxtaposition between Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx in this movie. I love the storylines between it. I actually love that
Fox.
Jamie Foxx?
I think it was an internet glitch.
Oh, it may have been an internet glitch. It kind of sounded like you said Jimmy Fox.
He's got the pineapple back.
Who's Jimmy Fox?
The pineapple is distracting me. I love how those two play off each other. I actually like how LA is worked into this movie really well too. They take you across a lot of scenic different spots in Los Angeles, and you tie in the beginning to the end. I always love when movies do that. And so if you watch the first couple minutes of this film, it ties it right into the back end of the film. Okay, can I give the spoiler alert? I know we hit the spoiler button.
It's from 2004, guys.
Okay,
we don't have to do that for an old movie.
All right.
If you were born that year, enjoy college.
The Max and Annie dynamic in the beginning, Jada Pinkett Smith is Annie, Max is obviously Jamie Foxx. The dynamic between the beginning of the movie in the cab and then the end of the movie where they together and are there, and basically there's this huge shootout scene between Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. It's just they tied in well. I think the directing was great. The writing was excellent. I love this movie, top to bottom.
Yeah, I like this movie a lot. I did find in the internet research a little casting what if, which would drastically change this movie.
What?
And it's Russell Crowe and Adam Sandler. Russell Crowe in the hitman role, and Adam Sandler as the cab driver. It's a drastically different movie.
Yeah,
I don't think it's better. I think it needs the star power.
If you're going to go that direction, unless the intent is to have both of them play dramatically stoic characters like this original movie, I don't think it's better. Even then, I don't think it's better.
And I like both of those actors, but that's just a weird combo.
I could see you like making it comedic and going like almost what was the movie that Kevin Hart and The Rock did? That
They
was
did
like-
a lot. They did a couple movies together.
No. Specifically,
The Jungle
recently-
film?
Central Intelligence.
Jungle
Yes,
film?
Central Intelligence. Thank you. I was going to say CIA. I'm like, I know that's not the right thing. It is, but it's
Right.
it's not. It's called
Right.
Central
That's
Intelligence.
slapstick the entire time.
Yeah, but you could never do this movie that way. I don't think that makes any sense.
I don't think so either.
I think
and
the
this
casting
is,
was perfect. I really like this movie. What did you think?
So I like this movie, but it annoys me. And the more I sit here and rethink about the movie, the amount of times he could have escaped, and the fact that he was way far ahead of him when he ran with the briefcase from the hospital, and somehow he was right there.
Okay.
And then the way that it ended, I don't like the ending
Wait,
at all.
what?
How do you not like the ending to this movie? It's fantastic.
Something. You just.
Oh my! Wow, there it is. There's something we're gonna have to
Montel.
edit out. There's a cuss word.
Montel.
we've gone
There's
I'm
been many
sorry.
episodes.
8 months without incident. Now
Yeah.
0 days.
Here is now back to 0 days.
My bad, y'all. I'm so sorry.
Big cuss word.
It's just
Wow.
again, they just stared at each other and then started shooting, and then for some
That-
reason, out of all those shots, only one hit the guy instead of none of them hitting Jamie Foxx. And I get the whole point of it. And then they just sat across from each other, had a little monologue, and then he dropped his head, and then they just went about their day, and the movie ended.
Well,
Right before that,
No,
he
that-
flipped his car and handcuffed a cop. Like. what-
it's a movie. I would
I
like to remind you.
understand that, but there's still- I
suspension
never
of
do this.
disbelief. Suspension of disbelief. One.
I understand
Two,
that, but I want more to the ending than
He
just
has
that.
a monologue with him.
A
kinda
very,
wraps
very,
the
very
whole
short
thing up-
one.
Exactly. It wraps the whole thing up in a bow.
And the least dramatic death possible. I'm just sitting there. He's all cool, and then just drops his head and dies. Like that's
Which is
it.
actually
Kinda
one of
how
the
it was-
cooler
yeah.
deaths
No, it's
in a
not.
movie that I've seen.
It was very anti-dramatic, climatic, anticlimactic.
Nope. Still not.
Anticlimactic.
Climactic. Yeah,
Still not there.
climactic. Yeah.
I think you're wrong on this one.
You can tell me I'm wrong, but a lot of the I
Look,
enjoyed the movie, but it annoyed me.
when I say that, that's one of the cooler ways for a character in a movie to pass. I want to be very specific about that. I don't need anybody clipping that audio from. I don't know. I think the ending of that is great, and I like that it is a very short monologue from him, very, very short, and then he just kind of slumps his head over.
And
I
then they
think
walk
that's
off
cool.
the train
I-
and leave him there. Like
Absolutely.
I think that's a great
No.
ending to that movie. And look, what do you want the part where they go out and give the police report to the cops? Like after
Well, also they never made a big deal about the suitcase. Like it was a big deal, and then it wasn't.
So Haley, how would you have this movie end? Rewrite the ending real quick.
Well, gosh, I don't know. Like anything better than that. I don't know. Maybe he dies, and then they have to. They need to put a lot more together. I'm not a screen director, but I wanted something more. You can't get away that feeling.
But what does more mean? That I'm
do you
not,
want?
I'm not
The
trying to
Dolphins in the
I'm
ground?
just-
You want?
What do you want out of this situation?
A better ending, like how the one movie that we just watched ended, where they were on a train.
Bullet Train?
Yes.
Oh my
Like they actually put that ending together. They didn't
Let's-
just the
let's
guy
grab-
didn't just die and then they ended it. No, the guy died and then they had the actual ending.
Let's grab two movies that have absolutely nothing to do with each other outside of they both end on a train. And say that ending
not
was
what I'm
better.
saying.
Should we do
I'm just
Train to Pelham 1, 2, 3 next?
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying
the breaking
they
of Pelham.
actually wrapped everything up. They didn't wrap everything up at the end of this movie. And then they just killed Mark Ruffalo out of nowhere. Like he was one of the main characters. and then
Whoa.
that's why we said spoiler alert.
Whoa. Yeah, we aren't
We
talking
already
about
told the
which
guy died.
characters lose.
Well, we already said that the bad guy dies at the end.
You realize I'm just messing with you, right?
Okay. Well,
Okay.
anyways, and all of a sudden that was a very, again, another one like, oh, okay, now he's just dead and nothing to do with that guy after that. Even though he was one of the main characters leading up to that, and then nothing else happened from that cop story perspective.
I think you're wrong on this one.
So what did you want? You wanted Jamie Foxx to take the suitcase back to his family and it had $80 million and then
No.
he's like on a yacht and then it ends.
No. But again, the cop story needed to come forth.
You needed to find out Jamie Foxx was actually a cop the whole time.
No.
You needed... I'm just looking for something.
I needed anything else that wasn't that. Again, the whole cop story. They followed him throughout
Look, there's a whole lead up to the fact where it's talking about with him being.
And then the cops just
basically
disappear for the last 30 minutes of the movie.
They don't disappear.
Yeah, they do.
When they're talking about him being a hitman, and he's got it's called, I believe, and I think I'm pronouncing this correctly, but the Mozambique technique, about how he hits people when he gets ready to kill them, and he didn't. It's 2 to the head, 2 to the chest, 1 to the head.
Yep.
He didn't grab another magazine, and he's used to having another one, so he goes to grab another mag, and he's got nothing.
Right. They sell it because he's been doing it
he's been doing it the entire movie. That's the whole thing.
No, I'm sorry. You won't change my mind about this.
All right.
I want it's too many plots of the story just abruptly ended.
All right. Well,
Collateral 2 coming out next.
yeah, directed by Haley McInnes.
And Michael Mann.
And it's going to end Murder on the Orient Express. That's what it's going to end like.
Murder on the Oriental Bullet Train Express.
Train to
It's
Busan.
not that it needs to follow that. It just needs
There's
to
going to be
wrap everything up.
zombies. There's going to be.
It just needs to wrap everything up. Like, that's all we need.
It did.
It did not wrap everything up.
You didn't like this movie, but you liked Extraction, which is just basically Hemsworth without a shirt shooting at things.
Okay, Extraction was really good
This
because
is
it
all I'm
wrapped
saying.
everything up.
Thank you.
There was no effing
Thank
plot
you.
to that
There
movie
was.
whatsoever.
He was saving
No.
the girl.
That's all
This
I'm saying.
movie actually followed a plot, thankfully.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
All right. What are we doing for the movie next
Smile. Is it out yet?
No, it's not out
It's
till the
not out.
30th. I just looked. There's no movies out either. So we got to do another Netflix or
Nothing?
I mean,
No.
there's a couple things.
Avatar?
All right. The
Absolutely
woman.
not.
Oh, there's the new
time out.
Avatar?
Time out, guys. Would you like me to tell you? Because
Sure.
I've got it open already. That's what I was doing on my phone. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're not watching on YouTube, you really should.
Yeah,
'Cause
because it's
trust me.
youtube.com/C/The Quad with Chris Young. You should go watch and like and
We would
subscribe.
not be getting dressed up to be on camera in the morning if it wasn't for y'all.
plot twist. I don't always dress up for the camera.
I would still be in basketball shorts and a t-shirt, not
You
in
see my
jeans
hair in a
wearing
crazy
my-
bun? I'm sorry.
I'm in basketball shorts and
You
can't see the
you
bottom
can't-
half.
Yeah, I was good. Wow.
Looking
That
at you guys.
sounds
I
like
can.
that sounds like
I
a
have
you
a-
problem.
That sounds
I
like
have the vantage point of the bottom half. Okay, I can see the bottom half.
That's-
here
oh, you
before I have on my
can.
Zoom screen.
Yeah,
That's
you're
weird.
welcome.
I
Well,
can.
Ryan's also with us via Zoom today for anyone that's listening on audio.
Note to self:
only.
next time I wear a skirt, Ryan's out of town.
Yikes.
So the Woman King, Don't Worry, Darling, and then they put Avatar back in theaters for
Because
To set up the second one.
what reason I don't know. Oh wait, making money.
Have you seen this See How They Run?
No.
So I will read it. Synopsis. In the West End of 1950s London, plans for a movie version of a smash hit play come to an abrupt halt when a pivotal member of the crew is murdered. When a world-weary Inspector Stoppard, Sam Rockwell, and eager Constable Stalker, Saoirse Ronan, take on the case, the two find themselves thrown in a puzzling whodunit within the glamorous, sordid theater underground investigating the mysterious homicide at their own peril.
when you said "See How They Run," what's that movie with Leo? What is that called?
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me. Okay, that's what I immediately thought of.
I'm interested in this.
I like it.
I like Sam Rockwell a lot.
Yeah, same.
Is it in theaters?
It comes out Friday.
Yep.
And it's got Adrian Brody in it as well. And Ruth Wilson.
And it's an hour and 38 minutes.
All right.
You wanna
I
do
like
that
it.
one?
Let's do See How They Run. PG-13, 2022, mystery/crime.
So if I watch Catch Me If You Can, would that be incorrect?
It would then be incorrect. Yes, Ryan.
Got it. Not like Burn
So
Notice
I'm
or
gonna
Red
have
Notice.
to
Yeah.
miss Sunday Night Football to go watch this.
Are you working every day till then?
It doesn't come out till Friday.
No, it came out Friday. Came out last Friday.
Oh,
it's
last
already- it's
Friday.
already
oh,
out, right?
I thought you said it was coming out on Friday. Never mind.
Isn't it out right now?
Yeah, it came out Friday.
Yep.
Okay.
All right then. Cool.
Yeah.
Never mind.
The other ones that I named were the ones that
Come out Friday.
come out Friday.
Correct.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Nailed it. Good job, guys.
Okay. Also, just moment of nerd. I am so sorry. Quick pause for anyone that doesn't speak tech geek including you, Ryan, and you, Haley.
I'm listening.
I have a custom M49
Stop.
waiting on me.
Stop. Why? Where? How?
I bought it.
Yeah, you did.
They had very few of them. DeStefano bought one, and he called me.
He's like, you need one of these.
He goes, you should have one of these. And I'm like, I absolutely want one of those. And so I put it on order.
Is that a guitar?
What?
No,
it's a
no, it's a mic.
Oh.
What's the company? Do we want to? We don't say that off lane. You don't want to give them a crown.
No, you're gonna love it.
I'm very excited.
You're gonna want to use this mic.
I'm very excited. We are up in our mic game in the studio. Your
Up in our
49
guitar game or mic
Did
game.
we ever get new headphones?
I bought a 47. Yes, it's right there.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I know that we've had issues with.
Well, that one
Just
pair.
that one. It was just
Yeah.
one pair once.
We
Happened once.
We had a problem.
Poor Tracy.
Like,
I think he's still. I think he's still picking pieces of that headphones off of his
yeah.
show.
Okay. So, by the way, and I know this should probably go in the music section, but we're waiting on our guest who's going to be in the music section. So, for anyone out there listening that hasn't been in the music field and hasn't been in the studio with a set of actual what we call cans that go over your ears that are studio headphones, the foam and basically what covers that, which is almost like a plastic,
Plastic
rubber,
leathery situation. Composite.
So the composite that goes over that foam, over time, just like anything else, wears down. Except the problem is the way that it's made to be comfortable on your ears and to seal out all of the sound from everything else, so that all you hear is what you want to hear in your mix, starts to come apart. And when it does, it comes apart in flakes.
It's like
Sticks to you.
little black rubber dandruff all over you.
That's the best way to describe it.
And it's brutal.
And you don't know, you don't realize, because it comes like so small size pieces wise, you just don't notice it, and then you're walking around and you've just got this stuff all over you until someone gives you the heads up. It's like
if you have leather bucket seats in a 70s Oldsmobile and it
like-
starts to crack a little bit and you get those little flakes and you're like,
Yeah.
Yep,
it's
and they're
that
stuck
on
on
a
your
much
thighs.
It's a much smaller, much more annoying version of that.
it's kind of like walking around when somebody tells you, hey man, you need to fix your fly. Mm-hmm. And you're like, how long have I been walking around? I'm going to do it at some point. I don't know why, but I will be like right before stage check sometimes. And I'll be like, oh, no, that's open. Okay. No, let's fix that. It's going to happen.
It happens to all of us.
It's going to happen. All right, let's go to music.
We're out of order. Sorry. I'm not going to label them. I have a.
But we don't really have an order.
Yes, we do. We go sports, music, movie, and the hot take. Almost like if I went through every episode, we do that 90% of the time.
Actually, if we have a guest, we go music first.
Sometimes.
It depends.
Label the button.
I'm not going to do it.
Label
I'm not
the
gonna do it.
buttons.
It's not that hard.
Yes, it is, because we change things and things are seasonal, and I add buttons,
And then you make another label.
and then I do. No,
You add
I'm not going
Christmas
to
buttons.
spend my whole life making labels. I write songs. Come on.
I'll get the labels made for you.
No, thank
You
you.
know what? I would like to bring it to a quorum. We should suspend you from using the buttons for a week, and they should be my buttons for a week now.
Absolutely not.
I just brought it to a quorum for myself, and I muted you. How does that work? How does that button work? And you can't yell in the background where we can hear you because you're online. Enjoy.
Go complain to your pineapple.
You're back. I allowed you.
You're back, Rye. Rye.
No.
Rye.
Sorry, I was
Did you
Ryan.
just give up? All right, by the way, another thing. Everyone that's an audio listener, Ryan, when he is out of town, has taken to doing all of his Zooms from somewhere where there is a photo of a pineapple wearing sunglasses behind him.
And
which,
sometimes there's a Yoda.
Yes, there's a Yoda in the other room. You're very correct.
I have to go
This
get our
pineapple
guest.
sunglasses.
Our guest is here.
Beautiful.
yes. If you have anything about music you'd like to talk about while I'm gone, go ahead.
I'm going to use the restroom. I'm going to take a bathroom break.
Can
Wait, what?
can we not? Can you not
Yeah.
do that? We're taking a 10-second break.
We're just
Oh,
letting him in the
man.
door because it's locked.
I mean, you can. You're going to miss out on
The entrance.
your Tenpenny.
The grand entrance.
the
Everyone
Tenpenny
already
is
knows
here.
he's on because we posted it. So
It's not a surprise this week.
The Tenpenny.
I wish I loved anything as much as you love spreading your arms like that.
he does. He always.
Well, you know, you
does
got to air
that.
up.
I have a I have a
Air out the
collage that I
pics.
made for his birthday of him just doing that. I
Are
sent it
you
to him.
serious?
Oh yeah.
You
Oh,
did,
that's
which
awesome.
was excellent. Excellent. And the next one you have to do is me doing the peace sign, because it's either the peace sign or arms out.
Yeah. Hold on.
Those are the go-tos.
I'll find it.
You need to
Those are the
share that
go-tos.
collage because I'd love to see it.
Yes. Josh creeping on my Instagram, stealing my photos.
Hey man,
making
did
fun
you want a
collages.
birthday gift or not? That was it. You're welcome.
I did. I appreciated
and
it.
It's not like you have them posted, so I'll use them as I please.
Isn't that incredible?
I feel attacked.
Don't feel attacked. You're fine. You're good.
I'm
You'll
just gonna-
survive.
I'm just
I
gonna
promise.
resend it to the group right now.
I feel seen.
I can't wait for it.
I feel seen.
Oh god, I'm really excited. Although I'm not excited to talk about Tenpenny with sports.
There we go.
Tenpenny.
Foreshadowing.
Let's see more music stuff. I played just outside of Boston on Saturday for 3 different artists in Weymouth, Massachusetts, which was celebrating their 400th anniversary as a city,
Jesus.
which means they are
Weymouth.
older. They are older than the country that they exist in. That the city has been around longer than.
So how does that make sense?
Well, before the country was ratified, there were
Right. Okay. But were they technically a city?
yes. Because like Plymouth Rock and
Right.
people landed there, so that started a civilization before we started the United States.
Right. Okay. Now I get what you're saying. I'm sorry. I was like,
Yeah.
I know people lived here prior.
Plymouth
to us.
celebrated their 400th 2 years ago during 2020, although they actually celebrated it last year because of the shutdown. And Weymouth partied real hard on
How
Saturday.
old was everything there?
Very, very old. Very old.
And they
You
probably
think
won't
they,
fix it
uh,
because it's historic.
Yeah, there's some historic stuff. Like the city hall has
You
been
think-
around for a long time.
You think they would embrace the Oregon Trail? You know, I feel like that's like that. Weymouth sounds like just the video game Oregon Trail, like and people just
If
dying
I
from
could go back in
dysentery.
time, I'd want to do the Oregon Trail and see if I could survive.
Actually,
Like travel the Oregon
not the
Trail.
video game.
No, yeah.
You would catch dysentery for
Yeah,
sure.
100%.
Really?
Yeah,
That's rude.
Given your car problems, your
But I'm better with animals, so I got
horse
the
and
horses.
buggy, your horse and buggy would have flipped over in the river, and you would have lost all your food.
Okay,
and
well,
then you would
no.
have died.
See, this is the problem. I'm not good with mechanical stuff, but when it comes to horses and like building, I would be better at it.
The thing
destined for dysentery. Destined for it.
yeah,
What? That's rude.
is it rude
I
or
would
is it
not
accurate?
die with dysentery. And I made a very good wagon.
It's also dysentery,
in fifth
not
grade.
dysenteria.
Oh no, is it really dysentery? Oh no. Oh, ooh, do you even know what dysentery
Yes,
is? By
it's
the way,
brutal.
would you like me to read you the definition of dysentery? Because that does
Yeah,
not
'cause I'm
sound
pretty
fun.
sure a lot of people don't know.
It is an infection of the intestines resulting in severe diarrhea with the presence of blood
Actually,
and
that
mucus
might be
in-
me.
Yeah. Yep, you would die of that.
I
for
would
sure.
definitely die of that.
For sure. What a great segue to welcome in Mitchell Tenpenny to the podcast.
Talking about dysentery.
Dysentery.
Oh, nice.
No,
Dysentery? Did you
my
say
God.
that's like a horror film of dysentery?
What have
Actually,
you
that's a
guys
great-
been doing
that's a
while
great
I was
title.
gone?
Talking about the
This is why you can't leave us alone.
Let me catch
can't,
you
can't
up.
leave us alone.
I played in Weymouth on Saturday as they were celebrating their 400th anniversary. And then we started talking about the Oregon Trail. And then Haley said that she would survive. And we said she would get dysentery. There you go.
Okay.
And now you're back.
Well,
I guess dysentery is an Oregon Trail of itself.
It is.
ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Mitchell Tenpenny. There he is.
Sorry, y'all.
Go.
Oh my
Thank
God.
y'all.
Penny has arrived, baby. Penny.
I apologize. I was getting a massage. They took too long.
We've grown a lot since the last time you were here.
Never apologize.
We have a whole setup now.
I know.
This is
We're
awesome.
not in the basement anymore.
Yeah, all these fake plaques are really cool.
$200 each. You can get anyone. Anyone you want.
I wish.
that
They're
is-
way more expensive now.
First of all, that is untrue. You cannot have the signed Bo Jackson or the signed
Oh, that one's awesome.
Triplets Cowboys one or the Michael Jordan one or the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson one.
I'm extremely jealous of all the sports ones and all of yours as well, I guess. It's fine. There's Dak Prescott.
Hey, y'all's will be up here at some point.
One day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We get.
I was gonna say we get ours soon.
Yeah. When is that party? Who's coming? Everybody?
I'll be there.
Should be everybody.
It's
thanks
going
for
to be
having
a
me
part,
on.
considering it's a song about being at the end of a bar, we're going to party.
Let's go.
Yes, we are. Also, we need to talk about you specifically. Two things. One, I will always say this. Thank you so much for helping me write at the end of a bar, because I would have missed that idea entirely if you were not there that day. I said it out of my mouth and didn't even think about it, and you were like, "That is the song we're writing," and I'm like, "What?"
What
Also,
did you
thank
say
you for
exactly?
singing. I said that's where we met, was sitting at the end of a bar.
Yeah. Well, he was talking to Stefano too, and he was like, "Man, we were in the middle of quarantine, so we hadn't got to be at the end of a bar in a while." And he was like, "Man, you should have seen me and Mitchell met at Losers, and you should have seen us tearing it up at the end of a bar." Like something like that, and I was like, "Hold on, man! I think that's what we need to write today."
Oh, look at that.
So
That's so cool.
No, Chris was just talking, man.
So I was just talking.
That's a song.
Yeah,
This is the heavy,
yeah, man.
buddy,
Bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
buddy. What an album.
Banger.
What's up, brother? Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm just glad it's out, man. It's finally here. It's been a couple days, so thank you, and thanks for having me on here, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
dude. We absolutely had to have you on to talk about the record, and for me, as I'm like digging through it, there's so much stuff in there that you spent so much time on. When I
20 songs,
actually, yeah, dude, it's so many songs, and I mean, I know you had a lot of time to like create it, and I know you're excited that it's out, but just as excited as I am to have at the end of a bar with you, I also want to talk about the number one you just had. And it's interesting because you have a song that I love on this record called "We Got History,"
Yeah.
and I think you made history. Did you not?
Because of you too, man. Yeah, you we were sitting at the end of a bar, and Chris tells my manager, he's like, "You might want to go check on, the back-to-back number ones, how long it's been, like who's the closest between two songs." And yeah, from End of a Bar to Truth About You was 3 weeks, so that's crazy. And I think Kenny had like 5 weeks, Kenny Chesney, back in like 2008. So we'll take it. Unintentional.
That's a record, dude.
It's
That's a
deserved.
record, dude.
It's
Come on,
so
come on.
good.
That's a
It
record.
doesn't mean anything, but thank you. I
It
appreciate
does.
Yes,
No,
it does. It's
It's a
huge.
trivia. It's a trivia
It's a
question
good- yeah,
at some point.
It's a good sports record. Like by halftime, they make up something out of nowhere. But thank you, man. It's pretty cool. I'm glad to be back on the radio again, man. So thank you.
Crushing
Is
it.
there a song, Mitchell, from the album that hits close to home for you? Like of the 20, is there one where you're like, this is the one that really resonated with me?
Man, that's a good question. I mean, to me, probably the very last song, "That's How She Goes," is a song that got me signed eight years ago as a writer to Sony ATV. And that song was cut by like Keith Urban, a couple people, but it never made the record. And so I thought like the first thing I ever had that got me signed, I was like, oh, I made it, and it never happened. And no one ever cut that song, and it finally came full circle to being my song and on my record. So that one means a lot to me because it's kind of like where I started.
Well, that's
know,
where it
this
was meant
time.
to be then.
Yeah, well, and that's what it felt like. It felt like let's end the record where I started. And I don't know, that song's always been special to me.
Oh, yay.
I love that.
I was
Losers is my favorite song on it.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Losers is a banger,
Of course.
Losers is a banger for sure. So I was talking to Jeff Braun, who's mutual
Oh, yeah.
friend, mixed your most of your record, almost all of your
All of
record,
it,
all of
man.
it,
He's
all of the
amazing,
record,
yeah.
mixed at the end of
A
bar.
bunch of mine, yeah.
Bunch of Chris's songs, and he was talking to me. Him and I play basketball in the morning. So
Oh,
like,
nice, yeah.
Him and I hoop. But Jeff was talking. You guys were extremely like careful and particular on every, and not in a bad way. In a this really matters. So like, talk to like what was the level like making this record, like just how focused you were making it, and like the process.
Yeah, I mean, and kudos to Jeff again, like one of the best
Monster.
mixing engineers on the planet. But yeah, I don't know. It'd been 4 years since my last record, and we really wanted to concentrate on a certain sound. That's why we called it This Is the Heavy. You know, I grew up obviously in country music, loving it, but I grew up playing in rock bands. And so Jeff is really good at, you know, finding that piece of the pie in a mix of getting drums to be more present, to getting guitars to be more present, but still not hiding the vocal. So I wanted it to be heavier. I wanted it to feel heavier, but I wanted it to feel like a rock record as well. And I didn't know anybody better in the world to do that than Jeff. So we were very back and forth. I didn't want it to also feel like too rock and, you know, where like people would get lost in it. So it was a really fun balance of finding that perfect spot of, you know, let's push the edge just a little bit, but I still want it to be country. I still want you to hear the lyric. I want it to be about the storytelling. And Jeff Brown was absolutely the best to do that.
Well, all the hard work shows, man, because
Thank you.
I listened to it on the plane coming back from Boston yesterday, and it's just,
Thank you.
man, it's so good.
I appreciate that.
No, we're getting electrical
I
signal
don't know
from
where
something.
it's coming
Yeah.
from.
I don't either. Whatever. Dude, seriously, I love that this is 20 songs. I really do.
Why is it not considered a double then?
It is, I think. I mean, it'll be a double vinyl. Oh, why didn't we call it the double record like Morgan's
Yeah, like
did?
make 2 records. Yeah,
I don't know, because it's all...
because it's still all on one.
Yeah, because I never really understood that. It's still one record. It came out at the same time. So, I don't know. I put a parental advisory sticker on it, though. I got my way with that.
Oh, no.
That's like the album cover looks cooler with a parental advisory sticker on it. Will you put it on there? And they fought for a minute, but I was like,
Well,
it's
I
just
mean-
album. I said, either way, I'm going to put it on there, and it'll be the album art. So I might as well just go get it certified. We do say the F word a couple times.
We're not going to have CDs much longer.
That's true, man. We were talking, me and you were talking the other day because I was going to Walmart. It's always good luck. Anytime I get a cut on a record or obviously
Go
our
buy the
CDs,
record.
you go buy it. I did it with ours. You had the vinyl out in time, which ours didn't come out in time. So I went to Walmart and bought the big old vinyl, which I need you to sign so I can put on my little wall at some points. But yeah, I mean, it's a good luck thing. It's special to walk in there and do that. And so, yeah, I've gotten to do that a few times, luckily.
Do we think that CDs will turn into what vinyls are like 20 years from
Well,
now?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I think they'll go the way that cassette
Cassettes.
tapes did. I think
Yeah.
vinyl is attractive because it is so old school, it's new school kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's bigger. It
And
just
it's
looks
physical.
good. Yeah,
It's a physical thing. The
And
thing
it's,
about
if you're going to keep that, and you, like you just said, put it on your wall.
Yeah, right.
I could put a vinyl
Sure. Yeah,
on my
nobody
wall, and it looks cool.
Nobody puts CDs, yeah.
not anymore.
Those kind of look like CDs.
Well, that's different.
Those are still
Are those
still
45s?
vinyls. Those are
Yeah,
still
they're
vinyls.
vinyl 45. They're like a little smaller. Yeah, that is true. I've got one like that. They're small. You can't see it, but
You have
then-
45s
Oh,
and 78s. So you
Those
have
are
two
definitely
sides of-
CDs. Look up there.
Yeah, well, some of them. Yes.
Well, okay, she is literally pointing at something in the corner that no one can see, even if you're watching this on YouTube. And since a lot of people are just listening to audio, it's from when I had 1 million albums sold, which, by the way, is still awesome.
Amazing.
But
Yeah.
it was 2 records that were like the beginning of my career, and one of them I'm still wearing a cowboy hat.
You look good.
So that was a long time ago. So
Bring
when they
back
made that
the cowboy
plaque,
hat.
when they made that plaque, I'm sure they did not care that they were CDs.
Man, I do. Now that you're saying that, I do remember a lot of plaques back then making. They were in CDs. I got a Brooks and Dunn one like that.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think CDs will be like vinyls. To answer your question, they're too fragile too. Like they scratch up. I mean, I guess vinyls do too, but I don't know. I don't think so.
It's just different.
Vinyls do, but vinyls are where. Oh God, I'm about to nerd out again for the second time on this podcast.
Here we go.
Sonically,
Here we go.
Sonically, they're better.
That's where I don't know if they're better. It's just different. They're warmer. You're gonna have pops and crackles, and people that want to hear something like that will buy a record player specifically to do that. No one's gonna go out and buy a CD player to play the same thing they can hear digitally now. It's evolved
Yeah, that's
far
true.
enough.
But we can still listen to everything that's on vinyl.
Exactly. You could still go out and buy a no-skip CD changer and a fake tape deck to go in like a 96 Ford F-150 too. But most
That
people
sounds
aren't
awesome.
doing that anymore. I did that. That's when I was
did
driving back and forth to
Yeah.
Texas. But not anymore.
Well, that was the problem. I went and bought the CD from Walmart, and I got it in my truck, and I don't have a CD player.
You're like, I mean, look,
cool.
Hey, by the way, anyone listening to this, lest you be offended if you still buy CDs,
Yeah,
I
please
still
do.
went out on my last album and bought a CD.
Yeah.
I just don't know how much longer we get to have them.
Yeah, it's there's only like 8 when you walk in there now, so like you get your week,
That's
and then
yeah.
it's Taylor Swift and Post Malone.
Mitchell, I got two random questions for you.
Yeah.
First one, I know you are a big Jordans fan, and
Oh, yeah.
you got a good Kicks collection. So for all the sneakerheads out there, how many pairs of shoes do you actually own?
Oh shoot, I don't know, probably close to 300.
Oh
I was
my
actually,
gosh.
Yesterday I was redoing my entire closet, like cleaning out, which is great. I got like 7 bags worth of stuff, which is awesome. That we're gonna donate and stuff. But yeah, it was close to probably 300, I think.
Do you
I thought I
have
had a lot at 100.
like a holy grail shoe for you?
I mean, you have my holy grail shoe with the Dior, but for me, but I have a Chicago, and then I love the UNC off-white stuff, man. Like that, the off-white is really cool. Some of the old Virgil stuff.
But you have those.
Yeah.
No, what's your holy grail shoe?
Oh, my
Is
holy
that
grail.
it?
My holy grail would be in 1985.
There we go.
The Chicago
85.
Actually, 85.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that would be. Those are really hard. Like they're crazy. It's just stupid.
It's the year I was born.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway,
What is everyone listening to?
yeah, that's a good question. What are you listening to? And I'm gonna go off what I just said. We got history off of this is the heavy record.
Thanks, man.
I had intended on doing that anyway.
No, dude, that's so awesome. Oh man, this is fun. I love coming in here. Thank you guys.
Oh, dude,
I enjoy
absolutely.
this.
We'll have you anytime, man.
I'll go to what I'm listening to. I'm going to shout out
I need to look.
our friends leaving Austin and releasing Only One Her. It's a great song. I love it. They do a great
those
job.
guys.
Definitely check it out.
Yeah, those guys are awesome.
They are. Ryan?
I already mentioned "Losers" being one of my favorite songs on the new album, but I'm gonna give another one. "More Than Whiskey Does."
Let's
I was
go.
blasting that one with the windows down yesterday, so that is what I'm listening to. "More Than Whiskey Does."
Thank you, man. Yeah, that's another personal one. It talks about Franklin Pike and just kind of where I grew up and stuff. So yeah, I love that song. Thank you.
I also am choosing one of yours.
Oh gosh, I feel like
my
We're
I'm
just trying to hype it up. Come
Man,
on,
I
bro.
appreciate it. Go check
I feel out of the
Still,
loop.
still thinking about you.
Oh man, thank you. That's my John Mayer on the record.
Yes, it is.
So thank you.
That's why he loves it.
I'm glad. Okay, well, great. That makes sense. I love that song. It's just kind of turn the roll the window down, and chill. You don't have to really think too much, which I love sometimes. Is it my turn?
Oh, do you want to drop one? Come on.
Yeah.
It's like the guest picker on ESPN. Come on.
It's called Spirit Box, and it's this really metal hardcore band. The girl is the lead screamer, and she's awesome.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
different.
her name
All right.
is Spirit Box. It's sorry, yeah.
On the
It might-
playlist, it's going to go from
Yeah, it might
Leaving
scare some
Austin,
people.
Mitchell, Tenpenny,
Wait,
Screamer.
What's the
What's
the title for people out there that want to check this
yes.
out?
So I mean, I've been listening.
And then the name of the band?
Spirit Box is the name of the band.
Yes.
This is Spirit Box.
Oh, I know.
And, Holy Roller is the
There it
one
is.
I've been listening to the most. It's pretty cool. She just screams. She's like, rah, 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 rah. And it's just, I don't know. It's insane. Like,
I'm in.
Is that
It's
what you work
awesome.
out to? That's what I feel like you work out
Yes,
to.
I definitely work out all the time.
He's wearing that Derrick Henry shirt. Come on. By the way, you're more than welcome to stick around for sports if you want. If you got somewhere to be.
No, I'd
We
love
have
to hang.
the fantasy league to talk about, and I don't want to really
That's
talk
what
about it
we're
right
gonna.
now.
That's what we're gonna get to first.
I'm in
So
it as
stop
well, so-
talking, Ryan. Calm down. You don't need to preempt what we're doing on the show. You do this all the time, Ryan.
How did I get yelled at without doing anything?
Because you do that constantly.
You were locked and loaded. You knew you were doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Sports.
Sports.
Let's go to
2-0,
the fantasy league.
2-0.
We're going to the fantasy league first. See, exactly like that. Like that's why I have a rundown that I send you. I don't know if you looked at it. I know you do
What's
this
the
for a
rundown?
living. Okay, so if we look at the teams, and we're not going to look at records, we're just going to look at the matchups for this week. Technically, I could still somehow possibly lose to Austin from leaving Austin, but I very much doubt
Unlikely.
it. I have Jalen Hurts and the guy on your shirt, Derrick Henry, left on my team, and he has a kicker.
He's going off tonight.
Yeah, I think he is too. So Ryan, in a very, very close game last night, they were going back and forth, defeats John Stone. John Stone goes down.
Dang.
Love it.
Down goes John Stone. Let's go.
2-0.
Are you 2-0 now? Is that what you were talking about?
No,
I just assumed it was. Yeah.
He's
I'm 1-1. But the Dolphins are 2-0.
No, he's talking about the Dolphins already before we even get there.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
He's just very proud.
I see. Well, good for you. As you should be.
Stacy, who is
Mom.
That's Ernest. Yeah.
Okay. So, nothing about Ernest's team lets me know who it is. Anyway, he is projected to beat Ernest. They both have players left for tonight. And by the way, just a heads up for everybody in the NFL, if you like watching NFL football, there are 2 games tonight simultaneously.
There's just the Titans,
though. Haley, what happened?
My team took a crap, but I still have.
To who? Who was it?
Who'd you lose to?
I haven't lost yet. I still have Allen and.
You have a 3% chance to win.
Guess what?
Who did that?
Tenpenny? We're not talking about this.
You're down 50 points to him right now.
Okay, and guess what? Allen can get 40. Allen can get 40 points.
I have Dalvin Cook, though.
I also have Adam Thielen.
Yes.
Your fantasy team.
You don't have 2 quarter.
Okay.
Your fantasy team got dysentery.
No, I have a wide receiver and Josh Allen left.
And did you just say a white receiver?
I said a wide receiver.
Well, Cooper Kupp did good for you there.
Yeah.
Am I mishearing everybody
I think
today?
so, a little bit.
Are we
I
sure?
definitely said wide receiver.
I just want to give a big shout out to Michael Ray for not changing his lineup and
Yeah,
starting
at
Dak
all.
Prescott yesterday. That was great. Thank you.
He is now Jimmy Allen from last
He's
year.
the new Jimmy Allen.
I'm going to keep yelling at him to make him change his lineup.
Well, I don't
I moved some
mind.
things around.
I don't mind giving him tips because he asked when we were getting ready to do the draft what to do and stuff. But and so did Stone. But Stone then didn't he auto draft? He just
Yeah.
gave up. He was
Well,
let
he was
the
weird.
computer do it.
He auto drafted for a little bit, then he came back and picked a couple, and then he auto drafted again. It was just
well, and
bizarre.
I think Emre auto drafted fully too.
I mean, sometimes it happens. I had to on this one. It sucks. I hate auto drafting more than anything. But I dropped and moved some players around afterwards.
It's going
You
to
got
be very
to.
interesting.
I
though.
still have a chance to beat you, so beware.
Hey, you know what?
Should we
I'm not going to talk
3%
anymore. I'm not
chance.
going to talk any more crap. You do have a 3% chance. And I've
Should
done
we
a-
make a bet? I feel
I
like
had
this
less
is a
than that to
wager.
get Megan, so.
I feel like this is a wager situation, Haley.
No.
I mean, I'll do
no.
it. I'll do
No,
a
no.
wager.
All right.
No.
2 shots to every one of mine next time we're at the bar.
Like I have to take them?
Yeah, 2-1.
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh, good Lord.
Remember earlier when we were talking about I've never been carried out of the bar? This might happen.
Uh-oh. I would like to say I'm in another league, and the first week my team just didn't show up at all. And it's a league that's much higher scoring than ours. It's probably double. If you score 200, you probably won instead of if you score 110.
130, yeah.
Yeah.
Catch.
I'm beating the guy I'm playing. I have 2 players left to play, and I'm beating him by 72 points.
Probably going to be okay on that one.
Well, he has nobody left. I already won, but it's just now it's just style points. It's like a college football game.
Yeah.
Speaking of, let's start there. I'm waiting. I'm making you wait as long as possible, Ryan. You're not going to get to crow about this the entire
You also
podcast.
beat FAU. Calm down.
Yeah, let's go to
You beat
college.
the Owls.
We have takeaways. Anything specific? How about them Gators? How'd they do?
We won.
Yeah, but one barely beat USF.
Oh, calm
on,
down. We
losers.
didn't barely or not. We still beat them. And how many times have you played that game that you were like, oh, well, we won? I'm like, well, you barely beat them. I'm sorry you play crap teams.
Oh,
Can we get to my takeaways, please? Because I've got 3 very important takeaways for this college football weekend. Okay.
And before we do that, Ryan, dude, that Appalachian State game was nuts.
Oh, yeah.
That was wild.
This is a sports movie.
The weirdest Hail Mary of all time. It's the first time ESPN goes to your campus and Luke Combs shows up
Combs
on
goes
game
in.
day. Yeah, that was
a good game.
That whole thing was wild.
Does Boone, North Carolina exist anymore? Or have they burned it all down to the ground?
It looked like an awesome place to be. I'll say
Man,
that. Especially after they missed that one when they were playing North Carolina, and like I think there was some pent up animosity there of like we got to get back.
You say that, but it kind of freaked me out watching them storm that street with like cars on it. If I'd have been in one of those cars, I'd have been terrified.
Oh, no, yeah. Some of them probably are destroyed.
But congrats to you guys. Good job pulling that win out. Longhorns 41-20 over a team they should beat 41-20.
Yep, roll Tide.
Should have probably beat them better than that. Are you a Tide fan?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a Tennessee fan and a Tide fan. Okay.
No, not really. My uncle played back in the day for Bear Bryant, so we went to games, and then Vanderbilt. I'm not a big Tennessee fan.
I'm from here, and my teams are both Texas teams.
Yeah.
I
I'm not,
totally understand, dude.
Yeah, and Vanderbilt's my other. It's like I don't really have. I'm a Titans fan more than anything.
Okay. I feel like I need to repeat.
Roll Titans.
I need to repeat that I am a Longhorns fan and a Dallas fan in case one of them has one of those years where they just go off, because then people start trying to be like, aren't you from Tennessee? I'm like, dude, I've been saying this since I was a child. These have always been the only two teams I follow. You're not going to use that excuse with me.
The Titans didn't exist back in the day.
They did not. They were the Houston Oilers, and they're like, well, they were closer. I'm like, yeah, and they also moved from Houston to Tennessee for a reason, because they weren't
Still a
very
Texas
good.
team.
Yeah, it's true. Bud Adams.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't.
You have any takeaway? All right, then
nothing
Ryan, the floor is yours.
I think Kansas won again. Is that right? Didn't the Jayhawks
Yes.
win again?
Leading me to my number one takeaway for the college football weekend. How about those blue blood basketball schools, baby? North Carolina, Kentucky, Kansas, Duke, Syracuse, Indiana. Oh, boy. But how about Kansas? The Jayhawks 3-0, baby. 3-0. Basketball powers are 18-0 3 weeks into the college football season. Who knew?
Hey,
who knew?
Who have they played so far?
Doesn't matter. Blue bloods in basketball. Not this is March. This is September, okay, with blue bloods winning in college football. My second takeaway from the week. Georgia somehow is better than last year. I don't know how. Yeah. They had held their first three opponents to 7 or fewer points for the first time since 1954. Stetson Bennett is going to win the Heisman Trophy this year. I have no idea how that team got better, but they got better than they were last year.
By the way, they've only given up one touchdown.
Yeah. They're insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They're coming off a hype of beating Alabama last year in the championship.
It won't happen again.
It won't happen.
Do we have a college football hot take?
I 1,000% think they beat Alabama when they play them.
We'll make a side bet at later.
Okay.
For sure.
Ooh, I like that. All right. And last but not least, you all remember the famous quote, you play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. Herm Edwards said that famous quote, and now Herm Edwards is looking for a job because he did not win many games at Arizona State. He has been fired. Good riddance to Herm Edwards at Arizona State. And Byron Leftwich is my prediction for the next head coach of the Arizona State Sun Devils. Byron Leftwich.
Do you think he would leave where he's at to do it?
I think he would leave the Tampa Bay Bucks offensive coordinator job. Yeah.
Well, because he doesn't have Brady next year. I see where you're going.
Correct.
I see where your head's
You
going.
see where I'm going here.
All right.
See where I'm going here.
With that, let's move to the NFL, and we'll go to Ryan last again so that you can take your victory lap. We're going to start with you. Bear, how'd the Bears do?
They bared. Per usual. The Bears started out looking solid, kept the Packers to 3. We got ahead, and then they just collapsed for the last 3 quarters.
Or Aaron Rodgers, just Aaron Rodgers.
No, it wasn't even all Aaron Rodgers. His running back saved him because he doesn't have anyone in the outfield. So I said outfield like it's baseball.
He doesn't have anyone in that field.
By the way,
no angels out there
anyone
either.
going downfield is what I believe you were trying to say.
Anyways, so
I didn't mishear that one. That one was wrong.
That one was right.
Okay.
I corrected myself in the process of saying
I was
outfield.
watching that game on my flight, and then we lost internet. It was 10-7, and then when I landed, it was 24-7. I was like, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. We also got the refs, of course, screwed us over on a touchdown, which would have kept it to a 1-possession game. But I can't really speak because Justin Fields had 70 yards passing. So there's a lot to do. We will forever be a mediocre quarterback team. We always have been, always will be, unless someone finally comes in and completely just the owner's gone, completely new staff, completely whole new team. It is what it is. I don't know what
the Cowboys.
Or you could actually. I believe the Cowboys had a fantastic record last year, and also the reason that I'm wearing this Cowboys jersey right now is we actually have a competent backup that came in and did exactly what we needed him to do.
Credit where credit's
Threw
due.
for 235 yards, 95% passer rating, 1 touchdown, no picks, didn't turn the ball over. The defense.
Don't you think we should rename him not Cooper Rush but Cooper Pass?
Nice. Nice.
Thanks for interrupting my take, Ryan. I'm going to skip you entirely and go directly to the hot take if you do that again.
We can because we can mute him.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, you're on Zoom. It's not even like you can reach over and try and like turn your volume back on.
I'll talk to my pineapple. Don't you threaten me, okay?
Seriously, Cooper Rush did exactly what we needed him to do. Everybody was talking about signing Jimmy Garoppolo, and I've got something that's really kind of crazy. So I do a call every day after the game, Monday for Sunday games, Tuesday for Monday games, with the country station in Dallas. And I talk about the previous Cowboys game and break down, do stats and like statistics and like a hot take if I got one, like what kind of whatever's on my mind. And I was talking with them and they were like, well, Jimmy Garoppolo. And they were basically parroting what a lot of sports commentators have been saying that morning, is that we needed to go out and get a new quarterback to replace Dak while he's out. And I pretty much verbatim said a statement of, no, I don't think we need to go get anybody else. We don't need to go find another quarterback. Cooper Rush has started a game for us before. He's won a game for the Cowboys before. He is constantly in that backup role. There's a reason we signed him again to be the backup. There's a reason why he's there. He knows the system. He knows the playbook, and we don't have to teach him anything. We don't have to handcuff him. They just walk him out there and let him play with the team that already exists. And then they played me a clip of Mike McCarthy like 4 hours later saying verbatim what I said. I was blown away. I was like, oh, I didn't say something stupid. That's good. Cool.
I mean, yeah, you did great.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Look, we needed a win, if for no other reason than I don't care that the Bengals have no offensive line. I don't care that they've been playing poorly. They've got a defense. And we ran the ball well. Cooper Rush took care of the ball. If we do that, we can win a couple games before Dak comes back and is in that spot. And that's why you have to have a backup like that in the NFL, because you never know. Yeah. And a lot of teams don't. I don't think a lot of teams have that backup that can step in and immediately take over a game and win.
Chiefs have
We don't even have a starter.
You have Chad Henne?
Chad Henne. But Chad Henne came in that AFC Championship game against the Browns and threw one of the most important passes of his life to Tyreek for the first down to win the game.
There you go.
Speaking of the Browns.
Can I give you some stats on that, by the way? Because there's some incredible stats. Oh, my God.
Come on.
Entering Sunday, NFL teams had won 2,229 consecutive games when leading by 13 points in the final 2 minutes. Until Sunday, when the Browns let the Jets come back down 13 with 89 seconds left in the game.
That is painful.
Browns gonna Browns.
Like we have now learned that the Browns curse is stronger than the Jets curse.
Oh my God. Well, hey, when you get rid of a guy that won you a playoff game,
Stuff's gonna happen.
And you make some roster decisions
that are probably not smart.
Yep.
And then
is there football karma? Stay tuned.
Yeah,
we will see.
All right.
Who did they get rid of that won a Super Bowl?
They named the Browns.
They are named the Browns. Kansas City with a exciting Thursday night victory over the Los Angeles Chargers.
It's weird. It's almost like Justin Herbert isn't going to be MVP, like I said before the season.
So I have two notes that I need to make. Number one, I'm a little annoyed that everyone in the media praises Herbert and Josh Allen for their almost wins against Patrick Mahomes. They're like, oh, played so well, even though they lost.
That's true.
That gets really, really frustrating. Number 2, and not about the Chiefs. I still don't know what it's going to hold for the Chiefs this season. We still have a tough schedule. The next 6 games are against teams that were playoff teams and over 500 last year. So I'm not ready to crown them the victors. However, the Denver Broncos, I have never been more wrong on a prediction of what a team was going to do in this season.
Hi.
R.I.P. to our bet.
Yeah, our bet's dead.
I feel like I've spent 3 months studying for a French final only to find out I was in a Spanish class. I feel like just the biggest idiot because this team is...
They were going to be good.
They're not pulling a Tampa Bay Bucks with Russell Wilson.
They're not.
They are just... It's bad.
It's so bad.
But they were really bad before.
But no, they weren't. Their defense was amazing.
Defense was amazing. They had weapons, and it was Drew Lock, and we said, okay, well, let's just get rid of Drew Lock, and even a competent veteran quarterback should right this ship. And it has not.
Well, it's like they completely changed their plan.
Well, I think Russell Wilson changed his mind. He's going out there, acting like he's touching hands through the tunnel. He's living in his own little world right now. Have you seen him warm up before? He warms up with imaginary people around him.
Yeah. What was it? Wait, what was it? Was it Mr. Unlimited? Is that the video?
Maybe.
Is that it?
I don't know. I haven't seen that one.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Rye?
I think he's
where he gave himself a nickname.
He
was
throws
that it?
passes to people that don't exist. Yeah. He's like, oh man, nailed that one.
Like he ran through the tunnel with his hands out, clapping teammates' hands that weren't there.
Hang on, Rye. Am I correct? Is that what he was calling himself?
I believe so. I'm looking it up right now.
Okay,
We've got our crack staff looking it up. Yes, Mr. Unlimited is his alter ego.
He did this video, and please go watch this.
Okay, now I will.
Because it's sort of unhinged.
Well, he looked a lot more like Mr. Worldwide playing quarterback. We
don't know. Pitbull might be able to throw a ball over the mountains.
He might be able to ball. I don't want to paint him in that corner.
Pitbull might be Uncle Rico. Yeah, we just don't know.
We don't know.
He might actually.
All right, Titans. You want to talk about them?
Yeah, I have an so me and for those that don't know, I have a significant other that is a massive Bills fan.
Ooh, so tonight is
our house divided, and she's she's running with the Josh Allen train. Like
I love you say
is.
A significant other instead of fiance.
Fiance, yes, but tonight she is just someone that lives with me. We've already the smack talk's already been started this morning. But she's a massive fan now, loving Josh Allen, talking all that smack. But I'm just telling you, the Titans will win tonight. I promise you, the Titans will win, just like we did last year. We will win again, and we will continue to win because they're absolutely nothing when it comes to the Tennessee Titans. Some teams just have teams' numbers, and we have theirs. So just watch it. Derrick Henry, I wore the shirt. He's going off tonight. 212 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Oh, very specific.
212 yards, 2 touchdowns. Just give me a call when that happens.
It's right. Josh Allen
ball control and clock and
Josh Allen's still going to give me 40 points to beat you.
By the way, I do want to go backwards before we go forwards. Patrick Mahomes threw for 100 less yards, but he also didn't throw any picks.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather a quarterback throw for 100 less yards, keep it on the ground for the other plays.
Absolutely.
And not throw the ball away.
Patrick Mahomes, it's 2 games in. I'm weighing this into it, but he's on pace for 5,500 yards and 60 touchdowns right now.
Jeez. Yeah, he's
all right.
He's special.
He's good. He's good at football.
He's
pretty good.
Speaking of good at football, go ahead, Ryan.
Ryan, you have the floor.
And I was being a little silly about the 212, but yes.
It might be, though.
It might be.
From one former Dolphins quarterback that is now a Titan to now the current one, who is a Miami Dolphin. Tuanon, it exists, ladies and gentlemen, because Tua Tagovailoa,
Roll Tide,
the Dolphins. You like my you laughed at that, Josh. You like the Tuanon.
What's wrong?
It's a thing, actually. I'm just gonna let you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. For the record, and this is another stat for you. And both, by the way, 2 teams came back down 21 points in the fourth quarter. According to ESPN, teams leading by 21 or more in the fourth quarter had won 711 consecutive games. So not Browns level here, but close to it. 711 consecutive games. The Dolphins down 28-7 down 21 points in the fourth quarter. They rallied behind an unbelievable game. This was, this is not hyperbole. This was the greatest Dolphins win of my entire lifetime.
Wow.
Can I say something?
Not hyperbole. The greatest Dolphins win of my entire lifetime. This never happens to Miami. Yes, you can say something. I'm on my soapbox right now.
Give him his moment.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Tua, a Dolphins offense that is competent. You have two receivers. No receivers ever in NFL history, ever, had 10 receptions and 150 yards receiving and two touchdowns in the same game.
Stop. All right, now I am going to stop you. Now I'm going to stop you. What were you going to say first?
I'm so glad you had a great quarter, but I need a whole game before y'all decide you have the best offense that y'all have been waiting for. The Falcons have had 3 great quarters, and then
they historically play really great for about 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Well, the Bears had a great first quarter and then fell apart. I really need y'all to have a full game that's like the fourth quarter, then before you define what you are.
But first of all, why you're saying that
true.
no one has ever put up that stat line, that's not an important stat line, dude. You're arbitrarily picking a stat line to make sure that they're the first to ever do it.
Look at that face.
The one you should use is they're only the 4th team ever to have 2 receivers have 2 touchdowns and 150 yards receiving in the same game.
That's the stat you wanted.
That's the stat you wanted.
No, I like my stat better. Because it's
and
never been done before.
I like the stats
ever.
that follow. We need more than one quarter to be a good team.
King of the castle.
The Bears had a fantastic quarterback with the Falcons, or fantastic quarter with the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? You need more than just a fourth quarter to show that your offense is that great. Maybe their defense just fell apart after 3 hard
by the way,
quarters.
Another mild take. Baltimore might have the worst pass defense in the league right now.
And Tyreek Hill's actually pretty good too, by the way. For the record, we actually saw the return of Cheetah yesterday with 2 deep bombs. We haven't seen him do that for years. I mean, Josh, correct me if I'm wrong. He was not that kind of a guy last year.
End of September 2019 was the last time he did this. It was against the Bucs.
So pre-pandemic is the last time we saw Cheetah do that.
They also had an injury to arguably their best cover player.
Again, I need to see more than a
Tyreek
fourth
went
quarter.
off.
Before y'all decide that you're the best offense that y'all have ever seen, I need more than a fourth quarter.
So Ryan, so what's the temperature on Tua now for you? Where are you at? Where
I'm married to him. I mean, I'm telling you what.
I can't wait to pull all the
Tua's
clips
my
from the
guy.
last 2 years that y'all have had Tua of him going, I love him, I hate him, I'm done. Tua sucks.
If Waddle's out, what happens?
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, then he's not my guy anymore. But he's my guy right now. I'm married to him. He's my guy. All right. He's the sweetest boy ever. Doesn't say a bad word. He's everybody's favorite son.
Is that Nick Saban?
It's Tua. Exactly. He's everybody's favorite son. He actually looked like Alabama Tua Tagovailoa.
Hey,
yesterday.
he did.
That's the first time we've ever seen this.
Was this when he didn't win the championship, or
the one? No, the
one
game
he
when he
did.
passed that he had to win the championship.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
I still predict an injury coming for Tua in the next 4 or 5 weeks.
whoa, hey.
Wow.
What are you doing there?
I'm just
Don't put that
stating the
juju on
facts.
me.
He's injury prone.
So Ryan, before we just canonize him and send him to the Hall of Fame, could I maybe?
That's 11.
Sorry, we're past.
I thought that was mine. I freaked out. Sorry, boys and girls.
That was me. That was me.
Can I see it maybe one more game? More than just once? Can we just hit pause on it?
Who do they got next week?
Who's the next game?
Buffalo.
Oh no!
Well, look, they're going to be real beat down by us today, so maybe y'all have a good chance. So there you go.
Look,
If Derrick Henry runs for 211 yards and 2 touchdowns, I would definitely welcome that tonight.
Hey,
So
it's
thank you.
definitely going to be 2. I said 212. It's going to be 2 touchdowns.
212.
Anywhere from 100 to 212 on the yardage.
I would argue.
Okay.
If Derrick Henry runs for that amount of yards after they've played with Josh Allen in week 1 the way that they played, you don't want to play them week 3.
No, they're gonna be angry.
2 touchdowns.
Hey, can we do one more thing too? Because not only did you have the Dolphins and Jets come back, you had the Cardinals come back to beat the Raiders. I don't think anybody was happier yesterday than the casinos in Las Vegas. Because the swing that happened, the kind of money that exchanged hands from literally the books were going to have their asses handed to them.
Hey, Ryan, now I am going to cut you off because I know.
Because you were a part of that.
That 2-point conversion.
That was the last leg of one of my parlays, and your Dolphins screwed it up for me. So I'm very happy for you. I hope Tua is the answer, but we will see in the future.
I like watching Tua.
I would like to see it.
I would like to see it more than 2 games in a row.
Maybe
That's
just
all.
By the
two
way,
games in a row.
that 2-point conversion that the Cardinals did was
Yeah.
20.8 seconds. It took 20.8 seconds from the snap till he got to the goal line.
Did it?
It was insane.
Yeah.
Against the
Did
Raiders?
it? You're
Yes.
talking
Yeah.
about Colin
Yeah.
the Murray pass?
Yeah.
That was an insane pass.
The run, he ran it in.
Jeez.
Well, the pass
he
was
wasn't
insane,
the
but the
pass,
run
he
in
ended
was
up
insane.
running it in.
The
It
one
took
before the-
20
Oh, you're talking about
seconds.
the 2-point conversion
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
to get the touchdown. Yeah. That was
It took 20 seconds that
Jeez,
he
wow.
ran around
like
and
the
pulled
average
it off.
play is like 3.5 to 4.5 seconds.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
insane. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Again, like I said, we're all really excited, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff to talk about. I'm going to save the other thing that we discussed. Speaking on that's a different sport for next week because I think a record will be broken. If you know, you know. Let's do the hot take and get out of here.
Hot take!
All right. Best hot sauce for the hot take. Go.
Who's doing it? I thought.
Oh, you want me to take it?
Yeah, I thought you were doing it. You just said
I'm
not
gonna
him.
go-
You
I'm
and
gonna
I
go
were arguing
straight up.
because
I'm going to go straight
ahead.
up.
Go straight up. Go ahead.
It's Louisiana hot sauce.
No.
It is Louisiana hot sauce. I'm so sorry. I hate to
Nope.
burst your bubble. It cannot be one that is like already a previous made wing sauce for your hot sauce because that doesn't go on everything. Louisiana hot sauce goes in everything. You can make a wing sauce with it. You can use it in a soup. You can use it on pretty much dang near anything you cook if you want hot sauce on it. And I think it's just old school, classic, right down the middle, and perfect.
It is great on pizza. Yeah, you can put a little hot sauce on some pizza.
I put hot sauce on
Yes.
pizza, but
It's
not
great.
that.
It's great on tacos.
Yes.
It is great on sandwiches. Put a
Yes.
little on some French bread, maybe some turkey, some cheese. What a delightful little dish. Louisiana hot sauce. You can put on wings. You can put all sorts of places. Louisiana hot sauce, if you have not had it at home, run, not walk. Run. This is not an ad. This is not sponsored by Louisiana hot sauce.
No,
It's
I
not
love that you're
because we're
saying
about to drop down
Louisiana.
the actual best hot sauce of all time.
It's Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Louisiana hot sauce.
From the
That's
words
an
from the
actual
words
song.
of the old lady, that bleep goes on everything. And I'm talking about Frank's Red Hot Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Why can't I talk?
Do it.
It'd be
I was trying to censor myself, and then I got all messed up.
Frank's
Even
Red
sick.
Hot.
Frank's Red Hot is the best hot sauce. Not only that, most bars use that as their wing sauce because it is most popular. Not only that, it has a great vinegar and it's actually hot.
Again-
Louisiana hot sauce isn't that hot.
Yes, it is.
No,
It
it's
is.
not.
You can look. You can
delicious.
make wing sauce with that as a base. That
Okay, but most
pretty
people
much
don't
is wing
because
sauce.
Frank's is more popular because everyone likes Frank's better. Frank's Red Hot is way more popular. And they even make their own buffalo sauce that's still really hot. So Frank's in general is just much hotter and better. More
Ryan?
hot and better.
I'm curious to get M10's take before I dive into my spicy
Do you have
selection
one?
here.
You
So-
knew nothing about this.
I'm not a hot sauce guy. I like ranch.
So
Actually,
you
we
got
put that up
wings.
on a
What kind of
poll, I
wings did you
guarantee
get?
you.
Hot
Like,
wings.
I just get buffalo wings. Like,
so guess what? Guess what makes buffalo sauce?
that- you
Frank's.
you can make
Together.
buffalo sauce with any hot sauce.
It doesn't
and
matter.
Butter.
Frank's
That's
has
it.
the best
yeah,
one.
I don't take too well to hot things, so I normally stay in the medium kind of.
Yeah.
I play with medium.
All right, go ahead, Rye.
All right. Well, without question, while some of you went with the popular brands, I'm going to go with the undoubtedly finest and spiciest and savory and scrumptious sauce there is. It is, without a doubt, Cholula as the greatest hot sauce.
I'm be honest.
Okay,
if I was
I'm
to choose
sorry.
one,
He just
Cholula.
said Cholula and not Cholula.
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 You know what? It's so good you don't have to pronounce it. By
Disqualified
itself.
for
All
not
right.
spelling.
Did I get that one
Yes,
right?
correct.
Thank you.
Disqualified. I'm disqualified. You still win, even though it's the same because I said it wrong.
Wait,
too.
why am I
No,
disqualified?
You can say it
say
right.
it either way.
Cholula is savory. It's great.
It's not
It
even
goes on
hot.
eggs.
It just tastes like it goes on a taco. You
Let
wouldn't
him
put it on
say
anything
his
else.
piece. Let him say
Oh,
his piece.
here's the thing, and here's what defines to me a great hot sauce. Is it can range in spice and flavor, which it does, and it can also go on anything you want. Eggs, it can go on pizza, it can go on cereal. If you really want to put it on cereal, you can have it on cereal. It's that good.
You can put
It's
it on
that
ice cream.
flavorful.
That doesn't mean anyone does that, Ryan. You can
It
put
might
it
be
on your
cool
tongue.
vanilla, actually.
Challenge
I'll give
accepted.
Cholula,
You know what?
though. I do Cholula on eggs.
The minute he said you could put it on cereal, he is just on a high because the Dolphins hit the button. Thank you guys so much for listening to The Quad with Chris Young. As always, I am Chris. That's Ryan. That's Haley. That's Josh. And our buddy Mitchell Tenpenny in the house today.
New record.
Louisiana Hot Sauce. Go vote. And we're out.
That's a sick beat. Next Chris Young record.